Hey guys, it's me, Kit Nicolas Di Santiago, and for today's video, we will talk about um, what's in my go bag. But first and foremost, what is a go bag? Go bag basically is a portable kit or a bag basically that stores all your supplies and gears in order for you to survive when you're not at home. It is essential during typhoon, calamities, and other natural disaster that may take place right in front of us. During the past month, I have been looking and searching for supplies that are needed during an emergency whenever a natural disaster occurs. And for today, I will show you the process and what's inside my go bag. And this is my go bag. As you can see, I have chosen this bag because it is a heavyweight material and its fabric is long lasting, and whenever I have placed something inside so valuable or something that it might break easily, it is not. It is very sturdy, and this bag is very convenient for me during an emergency. So the first thing that I will show you is the back of my bag. And the back of it is where you can find my ID and my COVID-19 ID. Especially if someone asks if I'm vaccinated or boosted, or if someone asks my identity. And it is very easy to locate since I have typed inside here. I have typed it inside here, and it's very easy to find and to give it or to say to someone. And on the left socket, we can see or find um, a whistle. Um, and this is very essential, especially if we need help or someone to rescue us during a disaster. And this is very easy to find because it is one socket away from getting it. And on the right side is where we can find our umbrella. This is very important also because the most natural disaster that occurred in my place is typhoon. And in order for us to go outside and to not do it, we need an umbrella. So the next thing that I will show you is what's in front and the zipper here. And in front of it, we can see our cell phone. It is very important for us to find it first in order to get updates on what's happening and in order for us to get evacuated easily. And secondly, we can see our wallet. It is important to have money, and it is important to get what's needed. So the next thing that I will show you is this large zipper. For now, we'll skip the second zipper for later. So in this big zipper, we can see here a lot of things. And the first thing we have here is a radio. This will get us news and updates on what is happening outside, especially if we don't have signal or internet data that are not accessible nearby the area. And the next thing that we have here is this, our important documents. And inside here, I have my birth certificate and my ID and my passport inside it. And I have placed it inside a plastic envelope for it to not be wet, and so it will be secured inside this envelope. Yes. Our clothes. And inside this, we have the extra of my shirt and my underwear and some towels because I get sweat a lot. I also have here some extra pair of my shirts, and we also have here some blankets, especially if we are cold or we are in an evacuation center because it is an open air and a lot of people are in there. This canned goods. So we have here canned goods. Because we all know that food is very important for our body to have nutrients in order for us to live and to be healthy and to have the strength. And it is very important for you to pick canned goods because it is very easier to prepare and to eat. And you will not cook and it will not be a hassle to you. So I have canned goods. And the next thing that we have here, and we also have cup noodles and some biscuits here, Sky Flakes. So the last thing that we have here is a rope for some reasons. We can use this rope for, especially if someone is injured or in danger, and can be used as a tourniquet or a sling. And especially if we are in high elevated places, we can use it to grab it for someone in danger. So for today's last discussion, we will discuss about the second to the last zipper right over here that we did not discuss earlier. And these are the things that include here. So the very first thing that we have inside here is an ice compress bag. This is very useful for me, especially if I have pain or soreness, or to reduce its inflammation and its swelling also. If I have injury, sanitizer and or alcohol, and we need this to disinfect and to remove viruses and contamination that are brought outside, and especially if we don't have safe clean water. And next thing is a lighter. This is a lighter. And what's so good about this lighter is it has a two purpose. It can create fire, and it can also be used as a flashlight. Look, you can see a flashlight. Thermometer. This is useful especially to regulate my temperature and if we need help or needs medical attention. A two pair of face masks. Especially we need these, especially if we go outside. And there is pandemic right now, so this is a must. So the next thing that we have here is our very own first aid kit. So what's inside this first aid kit that I have? First thing that we have here is a pair of surgical gloves. This is to protect my hands or my skin from chemical burns, lacerations, liquid exposures, and many more. For some purposes, I have bought it. And the next thing we have here is a triangular bandage, especially if I have some injury to my bone or something there, and we can use it to support or immobilize our injury. And we can also use it as an arm sling here, or to control, or a pad to control the bleeding. So that's that. Gauze pads. This is very useful for cleaning or covering my cuts, scrapes, or even minor burns that I have. This is designed to draw fluids away from my wound site and help to clean the dirt or any microorganisms from there. And yeah, and next thing we have is a bandages, some adhesive strips bandages. This is to protect my cuts or some scrapes that I have from my skin, to protect and to not damage it anymore. And we also have some surgical tape to be used for our bandages. And here is our bandage. Okay. And I also have here some alcohol pads, and this is used not for sterilizing our hands or something. This is used for medical attention only, or for emergency, especially if we have wounds, cuts, scrapes, and that. And the very last thing that I have here inside my first aid kit is tongs for some reasons, and we also have a pair of scissors to cut bandages and tape. And we also have some pins like that, and some pads, and I also have some cotton here. So that is the things inside my first aid kit. So when I have buy my first ticket, I also buy my very own medicines and some ointments to have here. So I will show you one by one my medicine that I buy. And here, and I have for Biogesic. Reduce my headaches, some headaches from my head, or if I have some kilo. And next thing that we have here is Neosep. Reduce my fever, or if I have some colds that are brought from the natural disaster occurred in my place, we can use it. And I also have some ibuprofen that can reduce also fever and relieve minor aches from muscle pains, muscle aches, and some common colds. Right. And last thing that we have here is a loperamide. Loperamide. How do you call it? Loperamide. So if I have some strange bowel movements, or if I have some diarrhea that I have eat in my go bag or in some place, this is very useful. And the ointments that I have is Katinko, a very popular one. This is very needed for me, especially if I'm so stressed during the situation where I don't know what's happening. I get frustrated a lot and get headaches. So I really need Katinko, petroleum jelly, if we have cuts, wounds, or and betadine, and I bought a Picasentol. So these are the things that I have in my medicine and ointments. And the last part, I only have one, and this is my hygiene kit. I will show you what's inside it. Alright, so I have here some tissues, especially if I have poop and there is no clean water nearby, and I can use some recyclable tissues. That's that. And I have some shampoos that can last me for 3 days or more than that. It's very much. And I have toothbrushes and a toothpaste. And lastly, I have my very own soap that can last me. This can last me for about a month. So that's that. Last thing that I have inside my go bag is a water jug. This is very important for me to really hydrate myself with this water. And I have chosen this water jug. This is important because you can place a lot of water inside due to its space and capacity. And whenever you put something hot or cold inside it, it will stay that way throughout the time. So that's a good thing about this water jug. And as you can see, there's nothing left inside my go bag. And I'll create a montage video showing all the materials and things included inside my go bag in 3, 2, 1.